Sir,
push.
sir,
And then,
sir. Once again, anything you say can be used in a court of law against you. And that can be used in your boy was arrested last night on a separate matter. And he is in custody. They're going to be putting him on. I found that out once I flipped over to come in with you. So he'll be getting on any moment so we can handle this matter. We just reached out to the jail. So they're putting him on. Okay.
yeah, all right, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, the 14B District Court is now back in session. The court will call the case of Melvin T. Walls Manor versus Roosevelt Boyd, case number 25C 3496.
Ellis Friedman for the
I'm
plaintiff.
sorry, 98. Sorry about that.
Right. Ellis Friedman for the plaintiff, Your Honor.
Thank you. Please state your name. You're unmuted.
He did. Oh, Roosevelt Boyd.
All right. We're here for a continuation hearing in this landlord-tenant matter. Mr. Boyd, I understand you're going to be arraigned by the magistrate on a separate matter later today. Okay. The last we left off, Mr. Boyd, I believe we were waiting for your testimony. Am I correct, Mr. Friedman? You agree with that?
Yes.
Now, did you want to testify, sir?
Yeah, I guess so. I just about done said everything, I repeat myself practically, but I still speak though.
Okay. So I know you testified that you were baking marijuana. It's my last notes indicate. And that you weren't actually smoking it. You testified you didn't smoke in the building, is that correct?
Never smoking beer. I leave out of my building all day long, 3, 4, 5 times a day. I have plenty of time to smoke.
Before you continue on, please raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you have just provided and the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. All right, you may proceed.
I'm saying I never smoke in the building. I go out enough to smoke while I'm gone if I were going to do that. I never smoke in the building. And my girlfriend do not live with me. She been visiting me. He told me that she had 15 days. Well, after 15 days was up, she stayed away for 4 or 5 days and she started visiting me again. So we figured that it probably lap over to another 15 days or whatever, but he said she got to go or couldn't stay there, couldn't be there or whatever. But she visited me, she don't live there. And he made a bad remark last time I was here. I didn't like that. Tell her to stop smoking crack in the back of my car. She do not smoke crack in the back of my car, and he ain't seen her smoking no crack in the back of my car. And I wish he'd stop lying on me. And then when the police come and arrest me, they left my door open. I told them to lock my door. He come up there and said he went in. He had no business. He been doing that ever since I've been there though. But he ain't got ever since he been there. He ain't got no business going in my apartment unless I say so. He had the opportunity to come up there when the police told him why they was coming. He had the opportunity then to come up there and investigate or whatever he wanted to do. He gonna wait till we leave and then go up there until he see the door open. He went in. And he smelled smoke or something. He sent me a letter saying that. We wasn't there long enough to smoke anything. Nobody wanted to smoke anything. We went in arguing. We come out arguing. We didn't have time to smoke nothing. We really didn't have time to even sit down. I kept going back and forth out the door, telling her to leave. She didn't want to leave. So I told her she'd go back in the door again. I was going to beat her ass, which I wasn't. Never hurt her, never hurt no female.
Mr. Boyd, sir, some of the things you're saying can be used against you in a criminal matter. You understand that?
No.
Okay, well, I'm telling you, you have a right, Fifth Amendment right to not testify and incriminate yourself. You understand that?
Yeah, I understand that, but I don't say I incriminate myself.
Okay.
I don't understand that.
I cannot give you legal advice, sir. I only can tell you what your rights are.
Good. Well, anyway, I don't smoke in the building. That's the bottom line.
Mr. Friedman, do you have questions for this witness?
When we had our informal meeting, you had an attorney with you. You you indicated that you baked marijuana in your oven and used and inhaled the fumes of the marijuana that you baked
Yes,
in
sir,
your
but
oven.
I
That's what you
inhaled.
said.
He
Isn't that
said
correct?
I inhaled. That was his statement. I inhaled it out the oven. I ain't said nothing like that. And I don't know how you got that from me. You didn't hear me say that. You heard him say that.
Who's him?
You heard Mr. Eric, or whatever his name, say I stick my head in the oven. I ain't said about stick my head in the oven.
Isn't it true that's what you told your attorney that you did?
No, I didn't.
And you were
And you're trying to make up something. You can get off of that.
Mr.
All
Boyd,
y'all lying ain't what's done no way. Y'all know this is irrelevant. It don't make sense. All y'all had to do is just say, I forgive you. Don't bake no nothing. Don't bring it in here. Just keep it out of here. We'll give you another chance. That's all you had to say. You ain't got to go this far with this. This ain't that big of a deal, no way. I wasn't smoking in the building. That's point blank.
Mr. Boyd, you got multiple notices from management to stop smoking
I
in the
don't care how
building.
many
Did
notice
you
I
not?
got. I say I don't do it. That's what he say.
Well, you just admitted that you just wanted us to tell you to not do it, and then you wouldn't do it.
I
But we
say
told you
y'all
four
could have
times,
just
didn't
said
we?
that in the first place. You had to come this far with it. You could have just dropped this and went on and let me pay my rent. That's what I'm saying.
And Mr. Boyd, isn't it true that you agreed to vacate the premises within
Yeah, that's
45 days?
getting back to that. We done did that already. I decided to change my mind. You got a problem with that? I wanted to be heard by the jury. You got a problem with that?
I'm not answering your questions, sir.
I don't care. I'm not telling you yours either, then, do I?
You
Well,
do, Mr. Boyd. So first of all, Mr. Boyd, I'm not even gonna say that yet. Mr. Friedman, you
I
may.
know I got a nasty
I don't.
attitude, Your Honor. I apologize, but I've been catching a lot of hard time on this case.
Your
And it
Honor, I
got
don't
me
have anything
very,
further I want to
very
ask this witness.
upset.
Since he's just hostile, it's not worth me asking many more questions.
Right. Mr. Boyd, you have acknowledged that you do bake marijuana on a premises, correct?
Yes, a couple of times, yes.
Mr. Boyd, I think the problem here is that you have decided to base your actions on a technicality. Even if I were to believe you that you aren't smoking it,
And I
the
don't.
baking of it is causing an issue for other people on the premises.
And I ain't heard nobody else complain about it. That's what they saying.
Okay.
Ain't
All
nobody
right.
said nothing to me about no smoking, but them.
All right. Um, thank you. Mr. Boyd, do you have anything else you'd like to say before I go back to see if Mr.
No,
Friedman
ma'am,
has?
I don't think there's nothing else I can say.
All right. Mr. Friedman, anything else you want to say today, sir?
Not today, Your Honor.
No further witnesses.
I just would ask Mr. Temple if he would if I could have him sworn.
All right. Mr. Temple, please raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. You may proceed, Mr. Friedman.
Mr. Temple, when Mr. Boyd was arrested recently, he was taken away by the sheriff's department. Did you go up to his apartment to secure it, make sure there was nobody else in it?
Yes, we did, based upon the police saying that they didn't have a key to lock the unit.
He had my key. I gave him my key. I told
Mr.
him
Boyd,
Mr. Temple, when you went up to secure the unit, what did you see or smell or hear?
We smelled the use of marijuana, and that was after they took the young lady out, because they took him first, and they took the young lady out.
Okay, I don't have anything further, Your Honor.
you have any questions for Mr. Temple, Mr. Boyd?
talking to me, yeah?
Yes, do you have any questions for Mr. Temple?
No, I don't have no question for him, but I didn't tell him he lying. I told him I wasn't, and you can play the tape back while we were walking up down the hall. When
All
we
right,
first go in,
Mr. Temple, one moment. So, if you don't have any additional questions, I'll allow you to testify again, but I want to keep it to this witness until we're there. So no questions for him. Is that correct? You have no questions for him, is that correct? Mr. Boyd?
oh, you talking to me?
Yes.
I don't have no question for him, but I was saying something. I
I
forgot what
understand that.
Mhm.
So having no questions for him, then if there's nothing further from you, Mr. Friedman, Mr. Temple can be excused. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, thank you. What is it that you'd like to say, Mr. Boyd?
What did he say? What was he? I was answering what he said. I forgot what he said. Anyway, I wasn't supposed. Oh, I was finna say you can see us walking up and down the building. We we was arguing when we got out of the car. We went in arguing, and then we wasn't in there long enough to really sit down good. We up and down the hall, up and down the hall. Every time I try to leave, I'm going with you. I said, I'm trying to get away from you. I'm not trying to want you to follow me. So I turn around and go back. She go back. I said, you go back. I'm trying to lock the door so we can leave. I can leave or whatever. But she kept going back in the building. I didn't want her to go back in the building. I wanted her to leave. So I told her she'd go back in there again. I was going to beat her so-and-so. So I touched her on the back of the shoulder. That's all, like that. Mostly a push.
Sir,
And then,
sir. Once again, anything you say can be used in a court of law against you. And that can be used in your criminal case.
I ain't never been through this kind of stuff. I don't know what to say and how to say it, but the truth.
Well, all he's talking about is whether or not he secured the building. You're the one who's talking about your criminal case.
I'm talking about going in and out of that building, me and my girl. We wasn't in there long enough to smoke nothing. That's the point I'm trying to make. We wasn't there long enough to sit down talking about smoking. And then he said she come out the building with a cigarette in her hand, in her mouth or something. She never do that. She didn't even have no cigarettes. He said he smoked cigarette and marijuana. That's a lie. She didn't have no cigarettes at all.
Your statements today are acknowledgement of violating my orders in a different case to have no contact.
Well, I have no contact with her.
Okay, yeah. All right. Anything else you want to say, sir?
No. Well done. But when the police come up there, he let the police know that I was the only one on the lease and that she wasn't supposed to be there. He made that obvious to the police officer. So it's obvious that she didn't live there. And I shouldn't have really been put out of my own house because she come in there raising sand with me. I didn't raise no sand with her. I tried to get her to leave. She the one insisting on sticking with me and hanging with me. She mad at me because I wouldn't give her no money. Truth is the truth.
Okay. All right.
And why would I go in the house and smoke marijuana? I just got out of my car. I could have smoked my marijuana on the way home. He lying, like I said. Point blank.
Anything else, sir?
No.
All right. Mr. Friedman, his case is over, your case is over, or did you want to have anything to say to me?
Your Honor, I've made arguments throughout the case, summarizing my position up one side and down the other, frankly. And I don't think I need to belabor the points I've already made, and I don't think I need to waste the court's time with repeating myself. So no.
All right, thank you. Anything additional that you want to say today, Mr. Boyd?
Me?
Yes, you are Mr. Boyd.
I didn't understand the name you said. No. I don't have anything.
All right, the court took testimony in this case back in September 10th, and we continued the hearing or attempted to on a number of occasions. One time It had to be adjourned because Mr. Boyd's Wi-Fi system wouldn't allow him to testify. And then after that, I think the parties are aware that the court had an emergency in the family and had to adjourn the matter out several times. The court has heard the additional testimony from Mr. Boyd here today, as well as from Mr. Temple. The issue in this case is pretty straightforward as to whether or not the acts, whether as alleged by Mr. Temple, which is that he had been smoking marijuana on the premises, or the acts which were admitted by Mr. Boyd, which is that he has been baking marijuana in his oven, amount to a lease violation for which he can be terminated. The court had a chance to review the lease pretty extensively last night in getting prepared for this particular hearing. It is very clear in the lease that one of the ways in which an individual can be terminated is based on the fact that the activities, any act, whether it's smoking of it or baking of it, any act can amount to a terminationable offense. And in this particular case, Mr. Boyd has received numerous notices regarding the fact that the smell is a problem. In addition to that, the documentation showed that there were many notices about the fact that the fire department had to be called on numerous occasions, and Mr. Boyd's behavior around the concerns and safety of the other individuals in the premises has been a problem for a long time. It appears that none of those particular issues have been addressed, and that in addition to that, Mr. Boyd had a hearing whereby he had an attorney. The lease provides that he can request a hearing with the management to go over these issues and to try to reach a resolution. Mr. Boyd has not denied that. He actually acknowledged that he was going to move. And then he testified before, not today, but at the previous hearing on September 10th, that because he wasn't able to find a place to move, he didn't move. You can't just change your mind, Mr. Temple, Mr. Boyd. If you decide that you're moving, you agree to that. You simply made a decision that you're moving. You can't just say, I'm not going to move anymore.
So I tried to move. I didn't say I was going to move. I can't say I was going to move, didn't know where I was going.
Okay.
I wouldn't tell nobody that. I ain't going to tell nobody what I'm going to do, no way, when I don't know what I'm going to do.
Well, the bottom line is he did agree to moving per statements by Mr. Temple. And in addition to that, his acts of continuing to bake marijuana is a violation of the lease, whether he's baking or smoking. And the court finds that you're in violation of your lease. And I will grant the possession judgment in this case.
Thank you. I'll file it.
Thank you. And I will give him his standard 10 days.
Thank you.
Thank you.